It was March 25th, 1944, in the Western Pacific. The sea is calm, the horizon is clear, no enemy ships in sight. For the officers aboard, distance still means safety. Aboard the Japanese heavy cruiser Chokai, Captain Masao Takeda watches the ocean from the bridge. Everything suggests a routine voyage, no sign of enemy contact. Reports? Nothing on the horizon, Captain. The Chokai sails alone through open waters, cutting through the waves at a steady pace. Aboard the American battleship USS Iowa, the situation is different. The ship advances at high speed, pushing thousands of tons of water aside every second. On the bridge, Captain Richard Hale watches in silence as his officers study maps and ballistic calculations. Range confirmed? Yes, sir. Outside the enemy's estimated range. Hale does not respond. His eyes remain fixed on the instruments. On the Chokai, lookouts scan the horizon through binoculars. Sea is clear. Stay alert. On the Iowa, the massive 16-inch guns remain motionless, silent, waiting. Then, without any visible warning, a deep, thunderous blast echoes across the deck of the American battleship. One of the guns fires. The shell vanishes into the sky within seconds. Out on the open sea, absolute silence. Moments later, a colossal explosion erupts near the Chokai. A towering column of water rises dozens of meters into the air and crashes violently alongside the hull. What was that? Explosion to starboard! Captain Takeda immediately turns to the charts. Distance to impact? That's outside enemy range, sir. On the Iowa, the response is cold and precise. Gun loaded. Adjust elevation. Ready for another salvo. The second shot follows almost immediately. On the Chokai, the impact is even closer. Shrapnel strikes the deck. The ship shudders. Alarms sound. Where are they firing from? No ships in sight. Takeda stares at the horizon. Nothing. Just sea and sky. This makes no sense. On the bridge of the Iowa, Captain Hale speaks for the first time since the engagement began. Hold position. Continue fire. A third salvo is launched. Now there is no doubt. The shots are coming from beyond the horizon. Aboard the Japanese cruiser, confidence evaporates. They shouldn't be able to reach us. But they're hitting us, sir. Captain Takeda clenches his fists. Change course. Evasive maneuver. Offers, the Chokai alters course, attempting to escape an enemy it cannot see. On the Iowa, there is no celebration, only efficiency. The battleship does exactly what it was designed to do, strike without being seen. New correction. Guns ready. Each salvo reinforces the same message. Distance no longer offers protection. On the Chokai, officers exchange tense glances. The enemy remains invisible. Assume we are fully within range. Maintain evasive action. The cruiser slows slightly, every movement now calculated with caution. Every second on the open sea feels dangerously exposed. The Iowa remains out of sight. Its guns do not. When the firing finally stops, the physical damage is limited. The psychological impact is not. The belief that distance guaranteed safety has been shattered in minutes. Later reports would describe the encounter as a silent shock. The first time a Japanese warship faced an enemy capable of attacking without ever appearing on the horizon. That was the moment the USS Iowa confronted the Chokai, and its 16-inch guns changed the rules of naval warfare. And it would not be the last time. Because from that day on, every captain crossing the Pacific would ask the same question. Is the enemy really far away, or has he simply not fired yet?